as we do this, some people have, of course, as usual, expressed concern about TYT. Fair enough. Let me reassure for the 18th time. Listen, Young Turks isn't going anywhere. And as long as I'm in New York in November, I will be hosting the shows. I'll do MSNBC, then I'll come and do the Young Turks. I'll do it with Anna, and I'll also do some extra political stories. Of course, Young Turks isn't going anywhere, right? And in the long run, you know what? We're building a new set. That's another... We're full of news today, okay? That's coming up soon, and we're going to do it here in LA because the TYT network is too strong, okay? And, you know, there's some that question, hey, you know what, if you wind up, and I told you guys, right, that I got regular fill-in contract with MSNBC? Okay, all right. So that's good. So some question, hey, Cenk, are you going to sell out? And I see it in the videos, I see it on YouTube in the comments, et cetera, et cetera. Look, let me tell you something. That's a fair question. You know why? Some say that sometimes money corrupts people, sometimes power corrupts people, sometimes getting comfortable somewhere corrupts someone, right? And that the establishment kind of pulls you in and goes, come on, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right. Just don't say this and don't say that and just don't do this and don't do that and everything's going to be all right. You know who says that? I say that. Okay? So am I aware of that? Absolutely. Okay? And look, I believe in the Ben Franklin model. Ben Franklin believed in making money. Okay, he was a capitalist, and I'm a capitalist. I say it all the time. Would I like to be rich? Hell yes, I would. I've said that from day one, right? And Ben Franklin was actually, with the Philadelphia Gazette, the first guy who came up with a model of selling ads in the newspaper to support the newspaper. That wound up being a very successful business model. But there was a day that somebody came in to give an ad to Ben Franklin's paper, and he thought that their product was nonsense, and that it might even, you know, have adverse consequences on his readers. So he said, I'm going to get back to you in a week. What he did was, for a week, he slept on the floor, he drank water, and ate bread. He came back to them a week later and said, no, that's okay, I'm not going to take your ad. Because I did that, and I think I could do that. If I had no money, I could still live and just be fine. Now, am I at the level of Ben Franklin? No. I don't want to sleep on the floor, and I don't want to just drink water and eat bread. But I'd like to think that when push came to shove, that I would do the right thing, and that I would not sell out for money or power or any of that stuff. But the thing is, you got to be the judge of that, right? And so the establishment, whenever you go inside the establishment to any degree, will try to change you, right? Not because it has some conspiracy, it's just that's the nature of things. But what we've promised you over and over is that we will change the establishment. So therein lies a wonderful, fun drama. So who's going to win? The establishment or the TYT Army? I'm betting my money on the TYT Army. And this is really, in a lot of ways, quite ambitious. But our goal is to get inside the establishment, and there is a reason for that, by the way. We have this huge online presence. We're now the largest online news show in the world, so hell no, we're never going to let that go, okay? But at the same time, the people in the White House, the people in power, the people in Washington, every single newsroom in the country, radio, television, newspaper, have cable news on. They all have cable news on. So there's value in going to cable news so we can help to change the system. So our bold and ambitious plan is to make sure that the system does not change us, but that we change the system. Can we do it? Well, we're all going to find out together, aren't we? Wish us luck, and with you guys backing, which is always the key factor, I think we can. I think we are just that bold. So, I would like you to tell, who are the people we would normally tell? Oh, yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell Randy Gonzalez. I'm coming.
We're all coming, okay? Let's see how it turns out.